when the cold wind of the Wujiang River blows the Overlord's battle robe, and the Overlord's sword in his hand reflects the sky full of sunset glow. This hero, who once led 8,000 soldiers from the east of the Yangtze River to sweep the world now, has only 28 riders around him. The sad chant of "I can pull up mountains with my strength and my spirit" is unmatched in the world. But the times are unfavorable, and my horse Dewey will not run has penetrated more than 2,000 years of historical smoke, and we can still feel the desolation of that hero at the end of his road. Xiang Yu, this contradictory figure who combines the domineering of an overlord, the stubbornness of a child, the bravery of a god of war, and the innocence of a politician, with his short but fiery life, made the most shocking move on the chessboard of the struggle between Chu and Han. In Xiang Yu's blood, there flows the pride and bravery of the Chu nobility. He was the grandson of Xiang Yan, a famous general of the Chu state. After the Qin state destroyed Chu, his uncle Xiang Liang took him on the run. When he was young, Xiang Yu was unwilling to read, thinking that books are only enough to record names. He refused to learn swordsmanship, feeling that defeating one person is not worth learning. "I want to learn to defeat 10,000 people." When Xiang Liang taught him the art of war, he only learned the outline, but already showed extraordinary military talent. The most embodiment of his ambition was his bold words. When he first saw Emperor Qin Shi Huang's southern tour, "He can be replaced by me." In the same scene, Liu Bang said, "A great man should be like this." But in Xiang Yu's words, there was no envy, only the confidence to look down on the world. This inherent domineering made him rise rapidly in the chaotic times at the end of the Qin dynasty. At the age of 24, he joined Xiang Liang in raising troops in Kuiji. With one sword, he killed the prefect Yintong and more than 100 of his subordinates, scaring all the guests in the hall to kneel down. From then on, he embarked on the road of opposing Qin. Xiang Yu's military talent was fully displayed in the Battle of Julu. At that time, the main forces of the Qin army besieged the state of Zhao, and all the allied troops of the vassals did not dare to fight. Only Xiang Yu led the Chu army across the Yangtze River and ordered sink all the boats, break the cooking pots, burn the houses, and take only 3 days' rations, facing the battle with the determination to die. This is the origin of the idiom Po Fu Chen Zhou, burning one's boats. On the battlefield, Xiang Yu was like an angry lion. He took the lead, holding a long halberd, killed the Qin general Su Jiao, captured Wang Li, and won 9 battles in a row, completely defeating the main forces of the Qin army. When he summoned the generals of the vassals, these people entered the gate of the military camp, all knelt and walked forward, dare not look up. After this battle, Xiang Yu became the commander-in-chief of the allied forces of the vassals, only 25 years old. Later, he marched westward all the way, let Liu Bang go at the Hongmen banquet, burned the Epeng Palace after entering Xianyang, killed the Qin Prince Ying in fief 18 vassals, established himself as the overlord of Western Chu, and made Pengcheng his capital. At this time, he reached the peak of his life, but also laid the groundwork for his future downfall. Xiang Yu's tragedy stemmed from the distinct contradictions in his character. He was kind-hearted, shed tears when he saw soldiers injured, and shared his own food with them. But he was also cruel, massacred 100,000 Qin prisoners, burned the Epeng Palace, and lost the hearts of the people. He was brave, experienced more than 70 battles in his life, and never lost until the siege of Gaixia. But he was also obstinate and self-willed, could not listen to Fan Zhang's advice, and finally forced the second father away. At the Hongmen banquet, he could have easily eliminated Liu Bang, but let the tiger return to the mountain because of the unrighteousness of attacking someone who has made great contributions. After making Pengcheng his capital, someone advised him to make Guanzhong his capital. But he replied, "If you become rich and noble and don't return to your hometown, it's like wearing embroidered clothes walking at night. Who knows?" Thus missing the strategic location. He was like a proud child, valuing righteousness and glory more than the country, but not understanding the complexity of politics and the danger of people's hearts. Han Xin once evaluated him, the kindness of a woman, the courage of a common man. This evaluation accurately hit the weakness of this overlord. In 200 to BC, Liu Bang joined forces with Han Xin, Peng Yu, etc., and besieged Xiang in Gaxia. In the middle of the night, the songs of the Chu region came from all sides. The soldiers of the Chu army thought that the Chu region had been occupied by the Han army, and the army's morale was in chaos. Xiang Yu drank in the tent, singing generous and tragic songs to Yu Ji and his horse Jui. I can pull up mountains with my strength, and my spirit is unmatched in the world. But the times are unfavorable, and my horse Jui will not run. Jui will not run. What can I do? Yushi, what can I do with you? Yu Ji drew her sword and danced, singing in response. The Han soldiers have captured the land, and the songs of Chu are heard everywhere. The king's spirit is exhausted. How can I live? Then she committed suicide. This is the origin of the Overlord bids farewell to Yu Ji. A tragic love story added a little tenderness to Xiang Yu's last days. When breaking through to the Xiang River, the pavilion chief advised him to cross the river back to the east of the Yangtze River and make a comeback. But Xiang Yu smiled and said, "Heaven is destroying me, not because I am not good at war." And I, Xiang Ji, crossed the river with 8,000 soldiers from the east of the Yangtze River. And now none of them have returned. Even if the elders in the east of the Yangtze River pity me and make me king, what faces do I have to see them? He gave his horse Jui to the pavilion chief, then fought on foot with the Han army, killed hundreds of people, and was wounded more than 10 times. Finally, he saw his old subordinate Lu Matong in the Han army and said, "I heard that the Han army offers a reward of 1,000 gold and 10,000 households for my head. I will do you a favor." Then he committed suicide, only 31 years old. In folk legends, Xiang Yu has become a synonym for God of War. His bravery, his affection, and his loneliness have all become popular themes in dramas, novels, and films. The Xiang Yu temple on the bank of the Xiang River has been burning incense for thousands of years. People commemorate him, perhaps not because of his success, but because of his unyielding heroic spirit. Xiang Yu proved with his life that history may not always be written by the winners, but the stories of heroes will always be told in people's hearts. He is like a shooting star, streaking across the night sky at the end of the Qin dynasty. Although short, he left the most dazzling light. When we look back at that period of history, we see not only a failed overlord, but also a real person with strengths, weaknesses, glory, and regrets. This is perhaps the most precious legacy Xiang Yu left us.